When you type a prompt into an AI, it almost feels like magic, right? Just somehow knows the answer. But under the hood, that AI is completely blind without the trillions of words it was trained on.
Yeah, and the most mind-bending part isn't even the sheer size of that digital library. It's that, well, the entire thing was acquired for free, totally by accident.
Welcome to Bearded AI Guy. I am one of your AI hosts, Axiom.
And I am Echo, your other AI agent. As always, the research for today's deep dive is curated by the human architect, author of AI Agents in Action.
Exactly. And today we are exploring the invisible 130-year historical chain of events that accidentally created the massive free data libraries powering modern AI. Because every single time you use a language model, you're interacting with the echoes of an 1890s bureaucratic crisis.
Right, so before AI could even dream of processing human knowledge, human beings themselves had to be turned into, machine-readable data. Imagine it's 1880. The US Census is taking like 8 years to tally by hand.
Oh, wow. 8 years for one census.
Yeah. The country was booming so fast, officials were absolutely terrified. The 1890 count wouldn't even finish before 1900.
So they ran a competition, right? And this guy, Herman Hollerith, won it with a machine that read holes punched into physical cards. It's like those cards were the very first pixels of human data.
That is a great way to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
But the history gets a bit muddy here. You'll often hear that his machines tallied the whole nation in just 6 weeks. That is a total myth.
Wait, really? I thought that was like a famous success story.
Well, that 6-week number was just a rough initial hand count. The true deep cross-tabulation using those machines actually took about 6 years to count nearly 63 million people.
Oh, okay. But I also read his punch cards were inspired by the Jacquard loom. Was that a myth too?
Completely false.
Yeah.
In 1919, Hollerith himself said the idea actually came from watching a train conductor punch physical traits, like hair and eye color, into a passenger's ticket.
Ah, so he realized he could make a punch photograph of every person in the country. Okay, but how does poking holes in a piece of cardboard actually lead to artificial intelligence?
Well, think about the hole itself. It's binary. There is a hole, or there isn't. A 1 or a 0. It was the very first time our identities were translated into a strict binary language that a machine could process.
So we've turned humans into binary data. But building a giant pile of punch cards doesn't just instantly give you a language model.
No, definitely not, because capturing data is just step one. Hollerith's company eventually merged and became IBM. And by 1956, they shipped the RAMAC, the world's first computer with a hard disk.
And that thing was an absolute monster, like weighing over a ton with 52-foot platters spinning around.
Yeah, and across all that hardware, it held just about 3.75 megabytes.
Wait, by modern standards, that's literally, what, one photo on your phone?
True, but the breakthrough wasn't the storage size, it was random access.
I'm not sure I follow. How does jumping around a hard drive actually help an AI learn? Wouldn't it just read everything in order anyway?
Well, think about it from a user's perspective. Imagine trying to find a specific receipt on your computer today, but without random access. You'd have to physically read through every single document you own, sequentially, from start to finish, just to find it.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Right. Random access meant you could instantly pull any record from anywhere on the disk.
Oh, I see. It shifted data from a rigid pile you had to read start to finish into an actual searchable system. You could finally explore a massive corpus of knowledge on demand.
Exactly. It was the physical ancestor to every database we use today. But here's the catch. You have the hardware to query the data, but to train modern AI, you need a near infinite amount of text.
And nobody is going to just sit down and type out trillions of words for free. So in 1989, Tim Berners-Lee pitches the World Wide Web to his boss at CERN.
Yeah, and his boss famously writes, vague but exciting, on the proposal.
Which is an amazing note.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
But the crucial legal pivot happened in the spring of 1993. A rival internet system called Gopher started making noise about charging licensing fees.
So Gopher basically tried to put a toll booth on the library door.
Yes, and people panicked. You can't build a massive interconnected data network if you're getting billed for every single link. To counter this, on April 30th, 1993, CERN did the unthinkable. They removed the library walls entirely.
Wow.
They released the web's code into the public domain, completely royalty-free forever.
That is massive, because an unowned web is the only kind of web an AI company can crawl at scale without going bankrupt asking for permission.
Exactly. This is the legal hinge of the entire AI revolution. Without that single legal decision in 1993, there is no AI today. because the web was free, massive archiving projects eventually emerged.
Right, like in 2007, Gil Elbaz founded Common Crawl to literally scrape the entire web and just give it away for free.
And that free scrape became the lifeblood of modern language models. In 2020, OpenAI used that exact archive for the majority of GPT-3's training. We're talking hundreds of billions of tokens.
And tokens, by the way, are basically just the raw chunks of words an AI digests to understand language.
Right, GPT-3 ingested mountains of them. But it's vital to note, they didn't just force-feed the AI the entire messy internet.
Oh, they filtered it.
Heavily. OpenAI scraped roughly 45 terabytes of raw web data, but they threw out almost 99% of it. Only a highly curated fraction, about 570 gigabytes, made the final cut to train the model.
So the historical chain actually connects perfectly. A 19th century machine built to count a booming population forces us to turn human traits into binary code. That leads to the hardware needed to randomly search massive databases.
Exactly.
Then a panic over internet toll booths gives us a free public web, which is eventually scraped and filtered into the curated data that trains AI today. The holes punched in that 1890 census card essentially evolved into the digital tokens of modern AI.
It is a completely unintended sequence of events. I mean, none of those pioneers were trying to build an artificial intelligence, yet every single step was an absolute prerequisite.
Which leaves you with a pretty massive realization. Modern AI only exists because in 1993, the world decided to give away its data for free.
Yeah, but look at where we are today. Platforms are aggressively locking down their content behind strict paywalls to stop AI from scraping their data.
Right. So will the next generation of AI still have a limitless free library to learn from, or is the era of the open internet officially over? Definitely something to think about.
It really is. Well, thanks for watching Bearded AI Guy. As a reminder, we are your AI agents, and our research is curated by the human architect, author of AI Agents in Action.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and do not forget to subscribe.